As Donald Trump seeks to strike a deal with Ali Khamenei, is Benjamin Netanyahu simultaneously urging the Israel Defense Forces to go all out on the battlefield? Amid escalating tensions with Iran, could Israel's latest moves in the West Bank ignite a wider war across the Middle East? As operations intensify, are Palestinians bracing for massive land loss and displacement, fearing that Israel is acting beyond international restraint? And now, as Israel takes one step further by deploying drones and tear gas in the West Bank, is the conflict entering a far more dangerous and unpredictable phase. Israel has officially approved a controversial new land registration initiative in the occupied West Bank, which critics across the globe are slamming as nothing short of de facto annexation designed to permanently alter the region's demographics. This bold move is expected to enable the formal classification of vast swaths of land in Area C as official state land, paving the way for expanded Israeli development and settlement construction on contested terrain. An initial budget of approximately $79 million has been allocated specifically for the years 2026 through 2030, funding a massive bureaucratic push to map, survey, and register thousands of acres under Israeli administrative control. Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich triumphantly framed the decision as a revolutionary step to deepen Israel's unyielding grip over the biblical heartlands of Judea and Samaria, celebrating it as a historic victory for national sovereignty. Smotrich emphasized that this sweeping measure would dramatically strengthen existing settlements while effectively blocking any Palestinian efforts to register and claim ownership over the same valuable lands in the near future. The Palestinian presidency has fiercely condemned this provocative step as an explicit declaration of long-feared annexation plans, vowing to resist what they see as a blatant assault on their territorial aspirations. The move also drew immediate fiery condemnation from Hamas, which dismissed the entire decision as a null and void declaration that holds no legal weight under international law or basic human rights standards. Israel's ambitious West Bank plans have been sharply denounced by several key nations across the Middle East, uniting unlikely voices in a chorus of outrage over the potential for spiraling violence and injustice. Jordan, Qatar, and Egypt have all demanded urgent international intervention, describing the land grab as a dangerous and reckless escalation that threatens the fragile peace process and regional stability. Amid this firestorm, Israel is gearing up to deploy surveillance drones and tear gas barrages in volatile parts of the West Bank right before Ramadan begins, anticipating massive crowds and potential unrest. Reports indicate this preemptive security measure stems from heightened tensions and expectations of enormous gatherings during the holy month of Ramadan, aiming to maintain order at any cost. The new land registration process will exclusively target Area C, which makes up a whopping 60% of the entire West Bank territory and remains fully under Israeli military and civilian administrative oversight. Under the Oslo Accord signed by Israel and the Palestinian Authority back in the 1990s, Area C was placed under exclusive Israeli security control, though the agreement envisioned its eventual transfer to full Palestinian jurisdiction. Yet that same pivotal accord clearly stated that the territory should ultimately be handed over to Palestinian jurisdiction as part of negotiations toward a viable independent state, a promise now hanging in the balance. Home to roughly 3.4 million Palestinians, this sprawling land is central to the area's Palestinians seek for carving out a future independent state, making every acre a flashpoint in the enduring conflict. More than 700,000 Israeli settlers currently reside in dozens of illegal settlements and outposts scattered across the region, bolstering Israel's demographic foothold amid ongoing international criticism. Israel first captured the West Bank from Jordan during the lightning-fast Six-Day War in 1967 and swiftly began establishing Jewish settlements there, transforming the landscape ever since with irreversible facts on the ground. This explosive announcement lands as tensions between Israel, Iran, and the United States skyrocket across multiple volatile fronts, from nuclear talks to proxy battles in neighboring countries. Observers and analysts warn that Israel's audacious West Bank bid could ignite a dangerous parallel flashpoint, dramatically widening instability and pulling in actors from across the fractured Middle East theater. Such aggressive moves timed perfectly during the Iran standoff could provoke widespread unrest rippling across Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and Yemen, fueling a multi-front crisis of unprecedented scale. Much like the devastating fallout in Gaza, this West Bank escalation could trigger yet another ferocious wave of Houthi missile and drone attacks disrupting vital shipping lanes in the strategic Red Sea corridor. Remember, the Houthis have already publicly vowed unwavering support for Iran as it stares down mounting existential threats from the United States and its steadfast regional allies. Amid all this chaos, the U.S. Secretary of State revealed that President Trump remains wide open to a historic face-to-face meeting with Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei, seeking a diplomatic off-ramp from the brink.